It's about elevating the profession, how to become a better audiologist, and really having each other help each other, having the audiology community help each other and lift everyone up.
Yeah.
And we need to do more of that.
Welcome back to another episode of Ask an Audiologist. As always, I am your host, Kevin Ziener, and this week we don't have Michael and we don't have Jordan. Instead, we have the Executive Director of the American Academy of Audiology, Patrick Gallagher.
Kevin, it's great to be here. It's a pleasure to be joining you today.
I'm just happy I got your name right. As we were going through a bunch of Irish iterations, I'm happy that I just said it right the first time.
I've been called a lot of things, so that's
good.
That's
good.
Okay.
So we are in the week of AAA. It is happening in Atlanta. It's from the 17th to the 20th. And so for those who maybe aren't as familiar with AAA or who go to other conventions, can you just give us some general oversights and insights as to what people can expect when they attend?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this year because over the last couple of years we've been adding new types of sessions, focusing on not only the educational content, but also the social aspects, the fun aspects, and also the networking. Because if you're going to meet in person, I think the ability to connect with one another and become reacquainted not only with old colleagues, or meet new folks. I mean, I think that's one of the things I've found that, and audiologists are very social.
Yeah, they're a collaborative group.
Exactly, and so specifically with Atlanta this year and the conference, so what makes it unique is it's the only conference in the country that is designed specifically for audiologists from all specialties, from all practice settings. And I believe that regardless of what specialty or what practice setting you are working in, you obviously have a lot to contribute. You can educate your colleagues, but also learn from others. Because what happens is we sometimes get, and this isn't unique to audiology, we get stuck in our silos.
Absolutely.
And so whether you're just private practice, you talk to other private practice folks. And there are things that are going to be unique to that practice setting, but also let's broaden it, and because you're all audiologists, and so learn from the academics, learn from the researchers, and this is the only conference that is designed by audiologists for audiologists, and it covers all the specialties and practice settings. And so this year we've got great new interactive networking events on specific topics, as well as some small table discussions where you can just sit down with your peers and share what's on your mind. So it's an opportunity first and foremost to learn, increase your skills, but also everyone has something to contribute and share that knowledge with colleagues.
So I'm going to put you on the hot spot. So as we said, it's the 17th to the 20th. There's a bunch of activities, there's a bunch of events, there's a bunch of speakers. We know there's the convention floor with a lot of vendors. What are some things that you personally are excited for that you will be attending that you think are going to resonate on a level with, regardless of what somebody's specialty is, that you think is something that you're looking forward to in 2024?
Boy, I got to narrow that down to just a couple things then.
You can. We've got time. You can talk to about as many as you want.
Well, the first one that comes to mind is a new series of educational sessions that we're doing, and it's called Beyond the Booth. And what we found in talking with members is these are topics that are not clinical, but these are topics that are affecting audiologists. It could be topics such as negotiation, how to work in teams, how to have that balance and managing all of these competing demands for one's time. And we're starting this out in Atlanta with several of these sessions. I'm really excited about that, and I want to hear what people think about that, because I think we need to do much more in that area, because we've got the clinical side covered, but this is, I feel, a gap that's out there, and we've heard, especially from new professionals, they want to learn more about these work-life type issues. So that's one. The other is we have a great keynote speaker on Thursday, Dr. Verghese, who actually has hearing loss, who is a best-selling author. And anything connected with Oprah,
It's
you
never
can't
a
go
bad
wrong.
thing. I was raised on Oprah myself, so I don't know if this is a good finished product or not, but usually if you can tie something to Oprah, it's a winning solution.
And I think, might be the latest book selected
book
by
club.
Oprah.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and he's a physician.
Okay.
Originally from Ethiopia. So I'm really looking forward to hearing about his story.
That's
and he's going to
awesome.
be sharing that with members. And then we have social events. We're going to the World of Coke on Friday night, and then finishing it up with Return. It's been in hiatus for 10 years, bringing back a trivia bowl.
Okay.
So I have yet to experience the Audiology Trivia Bowl.
Sure.
I understand it can get very competitive.
I was going to say, the one thing I know about audiologists, they're a very reserved group unless there's stakes. And then when there's stakes, they get as competitive as anybody I've ever met in my entire life.
And there's a trophy.
Okay.
And we haven't engraved that trophy for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
So I would encourage everyone to attend that on Saturday morning. We've got a great turnout already. But even if you weren't there 10 years ago, we need some new folks to.
And if you were, and you've missed out, and you've been living in the shadows of other victors, you need to come back and try to get a title, reclaim your title, something like that.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, I think all of those types of activities really show how the Academy and how the annual meeting is trying to be relevant to audiologists, not just on the clinical side, but also on the social, the networking, and the ability to learn how to be a better audiologist, find out what's the latest. But also we ask, because it's such a social community, share your knowledge with others, with new professionals, with the students. Students are going to be there as well. So there's a lot of opportunities to just sit down and talk with folks.
Well, I think you're hitting on something that is ubiquitous within the industry, which is, hey, I went to AUD school, or I got my master's, and I've been doing this for the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I need to put my head up. I need to kind of see the forest for the trees, and being around like-minded individuals who have a similar but different story, and maybe being able to provide some insights that as an individual I don't know but can get from other people. It sounds like AAA offers a lot of that.
That is, and this is the premier event in order to do that. And I think even for next year, and in the interim before New Orleans for next year, I think the Academy is going to be doing even more of that type of thing, because the Academy needs to stand for the profession. And so for members who are the Academy, they need a clear sense of what that means and what does the Academy stand for. And really it's about elevating the profession, how to become a better audiologist, and really having each other help each other, having the audiology community help each other and lift everyone up. And we need to do more of that.
I agree with you.
And I want to see the Academy leading the way with member organizations like Entheos.
Cool.
I think that's a great fit. So we're excited to work with all of you. And I think, one of the things, a lot of people may complain about something or other, something's difficult, but it's what we would ask is be part of that change. And you have an organization, the Academy, and it's the members that make it. It's not me, the executive director. I can help guide some of the things, but it's really the membership, and that's what makes it a unique organization, one I'm thrilled to be a part of.
So we're focusing on it this week, but let's jump ahead to next year. So if people are not a part of AAA, what's some information they can find, some resources online where they can become a part and then get excited about 2025, which you already said is going to be in New Orleans, a city near and dear to my heart as I used to live there. So I'm very excited that it's headed that way next year.
It's been a while since I've been there, and really looking forward to being there. And I think, being part of this community, people that will not be coming to Atlanta, I think they're going to be, when they talk to their colleagues that were there, they're going to feel bad that they weren't a part of it. And I know that may sound bad, but don't let that happen 2 years in a row.
Absolutely.
Come to New Orleans in 2025, because I think I've seen over the few years that I've been here, each meeting just gets better.
Yeah.
And the ability to connect with one another and really raise the profession, raise the ability of your colleagues to provide optimal patient care.
Yeah.
That's what the Academy is all about. And that's what the meeting, the annual meeting is about. Give people the tools, the skills in order to do that, brush up on things,
Sure.
and really have that ability to share your knowledge with colleagues in a very open and supportive environment.
Awesome.
That's what we're striving
Yeah.
to achieve, and I think every year we're getting closer to that.
I love it. Give us the website.
Oh, for www.audiology.org, you'll find everything about audiology there, registering for our conference, continuing education, some of our affiliated organizations, such as specialty certification. It's all on there, and a lot of breaking news, advocacy, work that we're doing throughout the year. The other thing that I'm very excited about, and we're going to have some sessions, and we will again in New Orleans, is the work that the Academy has taken on recently within the last year of really providing the tools and building upon the knowledge within the profession on evidence-based clinical guidelines. And we can say we want audiology to practice to the top of the license, or an audiologist rather. But these guidelines are the way to, it's the roadmap for how to do that. And I think that is so important for a national organization to provide that knowledge, to provide that skills to its members, because that is one thing that has been dormant for a number of years, but I'm really excited about that. We've just started with that. It's a lot of work, and I'm excited about it because we have raised the bar on how we do it. And recently we had a physician, a National Medical Society join in with one of our groups.
That's
and
amazing.
that's what we need to do. We need to connect with physician colleagues to make it clear what it is that audiology brings to the table for the patient and how audiology improves health outcomes.
Love it.
And so I view it as, first of all, let's have the guidelines, let's get everyone to be educated on that, and then through colleagues talking to one another, create that energy around that.
I love it.
And that will just spill over not only within audiology, it'll spill over within the physician specialties.
That's great.
And enhance the profession, because audiology is a key part of the healthcare team.
Agreed.
And we need to do a better job of explaining that and demonstrating that with data, with guidelines, and with energy, really, to the physician colleagues.
I love it. Patrick was worried that he was going to have some edits. We've gone 13 minutes. You've said everything beautifully. We haven't had to stop one time. So that is, in fact, going to do it for this episode of Ask an Audiologist. Patrick Gallagher, thank you for being actually one of our first guests ever. We were super happy to have you here.
Awesome.
And this has been wonderful.
No, it's been great. I thought it was just going to be audio. So
no, yes. There's camera here, camera here, camera here. It's never just audio within Theos and Ask an Audiologist, ironically. But thank you so much. For more information, you can go to audiology.org, or you can go to askanaudiologist.com. Again, I'm Kevin Zeno. This is Patrick Gallagher, Executive Director of the American Academy of Audiology, and we will see you guys next week.
You can find more information at askanaudiologist.com, and you can follow us on all our social channels at Ask an Audiologist. The information provided on this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and does not substitute for professional medical advice.